Okay. That's it. That's all, folks. Oh, jeez. Okay. So,
well?
yes, I am okay. I'm just being really clumsy. Anyways, so what did we go see?
We went to go see Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, we saw Cirque Du Soleil Worlds Away 3D.
And you have to see it in 3D.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you do. Normally, I'm not a 3D person because, I don't know, whenever, like, the last few times I've gone to go see 3D, it's mostly like, nah. Exactly. But for this one,
magic.
it definitely had the ambiance to it. Like when the water came up, that was cool.
Ooh.
So, like,
Now, slow motion.
yeah, and the slow motion.
Slow motion.
Like,
You
it
can
all
do
worked.
that all you want. I am perfectly fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Slow motion. Yes. Yes, on everything.
Yes on everything.
Yes.
Except it needed more bunnies.
Yes.
Just more. Okay, so
Well,
back up. So basically the main, I don't know, I kind of want to give it a subtitle of Where's Sexy Man? Worlds Away or Where's Sexy Man? Because basically what the story was there's this girl, she goes to the circus.
it's basically the backstory of O.
Oh, was it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man and woman are basically fall in love at first sight, and then they get separated and they start looking for each other.
Oh.
But this opened with like a traditional circus scene with our main character. She didn't even really have a name.
Mio? I think it said at the
Mio.
ending credits.
Yeah.
That's when I found out her name. Like, oh, Mio.
Yeah. Never said any names,
Yeah.
but still,
And
it opened with like a traditional circus night, like,
Yeah.
out at the fair, and she's kind of bored. She doesn't really know what to do, so she goes and sees it. And a clown convinces her to go see the main show, which is the aerialist, who she falls in love with. And the beginning of the movie, basically it focused on all the resident shows in Las Vegas, but it became a little bit more blurred which show was which as it went along. At the beginning, you could tell, oh, that one is definitely O, or that one is definitely Mystère, that one is definitely this, that one's Ka, and, you know.
And then towards the end, it kind of all blurred together.
They all kind of meshed together.
So, like, one of the shows that they, well, basically with Cirque du Soleil shows, it's kind of story, but mostly acts. Just acts.
Yeah.
And so they'll pick and choose different routines from different shows. And so the first part of the movie they did O, which is this show that they have in Las Vegas where it's all like water stuff. So they have choreographed water swimming, and then they have that ship was badass.
Yeah.
I love that. So they had like this ship.
Completely man-powered.
Yeah. So they had like this man-powered ship that was in the air swaying back and forth with like hand flipping and...
It was basically a recording of the live show, like, but at the start. But it was a lot like Journey of Man, in my opinion. But even though there were aspects of different shows, they kind of did mush together for the sake of the storyline.
Yeah.
I appreciated that very much, actually. So, yeah, that's pretty much my point.
Yeah. What else was there? Oh man, they had me at Beatles.
Yes.
Seriously,
Yes.
So there's another show in Las Vegas, the Beatles Love Show, where they choreographed this whole show around Beatles music, and I've been dying to see it. And then when I saw those boots on that tricycle, I'm like, done. I love it. I'm there. Yes. You got me, movie. You got me.
Exactly. Can we name them all?
Huh?
There are like 7 resident shows, I think.
Yeah. There's a ton.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed Caw, which is this...
Now, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I told you earlier, I actually, when I was 15, best 15th birthday present ever.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually a quinceañera present. I'm half Latina, so it was a big deal.
Lucky.
The best present I could ask for, a 3-day weekend in Las Vegas, watching shows. Just watching shows and hanging out. I got to go see The Lion King. I got to go see Ka live.
Did you see Lion King too?
Yeah. I got to go see Lion King, and I got to meet Chris Angel
Oh, yeah.
I told you about that. That wasn't actually a very pleasant experience, but anyway, beside the point.
Sad.
I told her this story. I'm not going to go into detail, but anyway, while pretty much Ka, I believe, is probably my one of, if not my favorite show from Cirque du Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my favorite act is when, I think her name is Noriko Takahashi. She's the,
princess?
Yeah, she's the princess in pink.
Badass princess.
She does baton twirling. And I have been looking forward to seeing her live doing her solo. And the entire time, my mom's sitting next to me, and I have her hand, like, this, and I'm just squeezing really tight because I'm just like, I am going to scream really, really high pitched if I can't squeeze something. And of course she's dying, like,
oh yeah,
she's like, I'm gonna scream too, just stop. But the 3D effect, like, and also just the acoustics of the entire theater, it made me feel like I was back there again.
Mm-hmm.
And the music, you know, it actually, I remember just stopping for a second, you know, during the Cobb battle scene in the movie when, you know, they're up on the wall.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
And, yeah.
They had, like, this wall that would rotate, and,
yeah.
like, they were fighting on it, and, like, is this the part where they were shooting the bow and arrows? Or, no, before that.
Yes.
That was cool.
Well, they kind of...
With the harnesses.
Yeah, they kind of tossed the timeline into the air. Anyway, I remember just kind of like stopping for a minute and thinking, wow, wait, I'm not in a theater, I shouldn't be applauding. Cause,
oh, yeah.
You know, I have that really, like, big urge to just clap my hands.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm in this cinema with maybe 20 other people in a very small cinema that does indie movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I shouldn't applaud, but it feels like they're actually right there and they can hear me.
Yeah, totally.
And that's why it has to be in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it has to be in an actual theater.
It was about as close to an authentic Cirque du Soleil experience as you could get without actually going to go see them.
And that's another point I was going to say. That the entire idea for a movie like this was probably one of the best ideas that's, you know, one of the best things that Cirque could have done for publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me being as fortunate as I am, being able to go to Las Vegas, you know, from, you know, Portland, Oregon,
mm-hmm.
you know, that costs a bit of money, especially if you're going in a group with a family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was like, they've been saving up for years for that. And, you know, people, you know, it's like they said in Alegria, laughter is a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
Not everybody can have it. Now, with this movie, instead of, you know, having to spend money on a plane ticket to go see a resident show that costs, you know, another $1,000-some, you can go to an indie cinema and, you know, pay $12, $13,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe even get a discount.
Yeah, because it was the weekend.
It was the weekend.
What else? I liked Elvis. Yeah, they also did a Trampoline act from Elvis, which is another residency show. There was Mystere.
Yes, they did a small, it's actually a small bit of Zumanity too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a little bit
the
of
Zumanity. The only part of Zumanity that they could actually probably show
was the pool part, right?
Yeah. But usually there's two people and they're doing stuff.
Yeah. And then there's that one guy. I saw a clip of this one guy from Zumanity who does like crazy, like double jointed crap, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the walrus.
But anyways, the bunny thing, that's what I remembered.
Oh,
so there's another residency show in Las Vegas called Cirque du Soleil's Believe with Chris Angel. And that's like the one reason why I want to go to Las Vegas is to see that, because I've seen clips and videos and I'm like,
it is just astounding.
I want to see it. And the only thing that they put in the movie that had Chris Angel Believe show in it was this bunny. But it was kind of cool because it was like the head of a bunny and then he like stood up on his ears.
Yeah, they had a small person within that head piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you see like just this rabbit head, and then all of a sudden it goes floop, and then it's standing up on its ears.
Yeah.
It's upside down, and then it's walking.
But that was it. I thought it was like a prelude to more, but there wasn't, and it.
Yeah.
Also, I was looking forward to Lady Madonna. When I saw her, I was like, yes, Lady Madonna! No.
Well, she did do her little piece in character, and that was nice.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was very cute.
What else was there?
Okay. So, one reason that I couldn't go to see Love in Las Vegas, because, I'm just on the down low. My brother and my father are kind of a little paranoid of things that are bigger than them.
Oh, really?
Now, I couldn't go see that show because of the My Guitar Gently Weeps part, when the pieces of paper are up in the air and there's this big, huge puppet that's basically made out of paper dancing alongside this regular-sized woman who's doing her ballet piece. It's a very large man, and, it's kind of a masculine thing, but, it's...
Yeah.
That
was pretty cool.
It also is kind of just
freaky.
It's really large, and it's in front of you, and it's dancing, and it's not alive, but it's really hard to remember it's not alive.
Yeah, definitely.
It's basically powered by wind.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, there was actually a small replica I saw at a puppet workshop one time done at the Oregon Museum.
Mm-hmm. And then there was that one guy, there was this one guy who did, what was it, hand loop. No, it was rings with a cube. That was cool. Yes. It was like this metal outlining of a cube.
Yes.
Oh.
He did a manipulation with a metal, the skeleton of a cube, basically. Yeah.
And then
it's actually really amazing.
Yeah. And then he does like some crazy cool stuff. He stops and he's like, oh, I love you. And she's like, well, I love this guy that I met for like 2 seconds.
We made eye contact.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess that was an important piece because, he was kind of like, even though he was an aerialist, it kind of showed that, even if you're an aerialist, it doesn't necessarily mean I like you.
You're not the aerialist.
He was a little bit more aggressive in his moves, too.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing for me, but... Apparently she's picky.
I freaking love cube manipulation. That thing is so cool.
Actually, they did use the same piece, cube manipulation from Mysteria in Journey of Man.
Did they? Yeah, I thought as much. I was like, I bet that's that same guy. By the way, Journey of Man is this other movie that made...
It is another Cirque du Soleil movie it's similar to it, but it's different.
It's got Patrick Stewart narration in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I actually enjoyed not having the narration.
Me too.
He's got a nice voice, but having a show like this where you can just interpret it without any words, it's nice. It's a breath of fresh air.
That's true. What else was there? We're kind of jumping around. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I really liked the ending piece.
Yes.
The ending piece, they find each other, they share a moment, but it was
They do the aerial act from Ka.
Yeah.
When the fire boy and the princess meet. Excuse me. The song is my favorite song. It's Love Dance from Ka. It's actually the piece of music that they use for the baton manipulation, but in this case they were using it for the finale, the final song. Yeah. For when they actually meet each other and they fall in love.
That was freaking awesome when he was wrapped in the aerial straps and then he spins out with one hand. I'm like, dude, you're gonna pop your shoulder out. But no, of course he doesn't, because he's... And then he is in one and he's just holding there ugh, and she's like, ah, and I'm like, you're gonna fall. Ugh, fucking...
If your man can't do that, he should not be your man.
He's not man enough. He just,
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Worlds Away.
That was probably the best movie I've seen all year.
Cirque du Soleil, Worlds Away 3D, or Where's Sexy Man?
Yes.
So, yeah. Oh, and then we got
for her too. She's sexy too.
Where's that one guy I met like for 2 seconds? Slash
Where is that one guy I met for 2 seconds?
Where's what's his face?
Our eyes met. It was nice.
Yeah. So yeah. Did you want to go see that one Swing Time show?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go see that. It's on the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're doing this at her house because we figured this would be a pretty long review and we didn't want to freeze our asses off in my car because it takes forever to heat up.
It is 30 degrees out, below 30 degrees out actually.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're just gonna keep doing it here. Is that okay?
That is fine.
Sweet!
Yes.
We got a new set piece!
The only reason it looks all fancy and stuff right now, nice and clean, is because we got some new furniture.
It's very
and
nice
I look fancy just because I felt like it.
Yeah. So,
I can
yeah.
be fancy.
Be looking forward to the Swing Time show, which, yeah, it's going to be at the Alberta Rose Theatre. And we'll catch you later. Bye! I'm going to go turn off the camera now.
Yep. Don't trip.
I know. Jeez.
Bye.
So